You could drive right past Finedon and not give it a second thought. It sits between Wellingborough and Northamptonshire. Nothing screaming for attention, but take a bit of time, slow down, and it opens up in a way that sticks with you. It's not flashy, no big attractions, just a small town with layers, and the more you look, the more it gives. A name from another time. The name shows up way back in the Domesday Book as Finedon, if you're into that sort of thing. It meant something like meeting valley. You can picture it. People gathering under grey skies, sorting out village business, maybe trading a few things, maybe just sharing gossip. No internet, no street lamps, just voices and smoke and boots in the mud. Later on, in the 1800s, the place grew busy with quarry workers. Ironstone ran under the land here, and people dug deep to pull it out. You can still see where the industry shaped things, if you know what you're looking at. A church that feels like it's watching St. Mary the Virgin. Huge, old, and impossible to ignore. It rises above the rooftops like it's been waiting there forever. Gothic spire, weathered stone, time-worn graves. Inside, it's quiet. The kind of quiet that makes you whisper without meaning to. The light spills in soft and coloured through old stained glass. You feel like you've stepped into a different rhythm of time, slower, steadier. People still gather here, but even when it's empty, it doesn't feel deserted. From clang to calm, Pocket Park once, this bit of land echoed with shovels and the grind of industry. Now, Finedon Pocket Park is all birdsong and breeze. Trees sway where machines once roared. There's a trail that loops through the park. It's not manicured to perfection, and that's kind of the point. You'll pass ponds, scruffy grass, a bench or two, sometimes a dog barks, sometimes a kid on a bike zips past. And if you take your time, you might just spot a heron or a rabbit disappearing into the brush. Odd bits and old stones. Right in the village stands this tall, lonely obelisk from 1789. It marks the drainage of the marshes, a big deal once upon a time. Now it's easy to miss, just a bit of stone at the edge of the road. But still, it's there, holding on. Then there's Finedon Hall, grand, private, a bit mysterious. You can't go in, but even from the gate, it's impressive, like something from a forgotten novel. Local life. You'll find the Bell Inn tucked just off the road, timber beams, chalkboard menu, and that easy kind of welcome that doesn't try too hard. You'll get a good pint, probably a nod from someone who's lived here forever. Food's simple and solid. Pies, mash, gravy that sticks to your ribs. Every so often, the town comes alive. Summer fete, Christmas lights, bake sale, nothing staged, nothing overproduced. Just people doing what they've always done. If you're sticking around. Not far down the road, Rushden Lakes has your modern stuff. Shops, chain coffee, lakeside walks. Stanwick Lakes is better if you want open space and big skies. Bring a picnic, or just walk until you feel like stopping. It won't blow your mind, but it might stay with you longer than you expect. It's the kind of place where the old shows through without being dressed up, where people still wave, where buildings lean a bit, where you can stand still for a while and feel like maybe, just maybe, you found something real.